guys, come here. Welcome back to Language 4.0 news from the future. So on this part of the video, we'll be going through on the second collab heroine. From the VC featuring the protagonist Alicia. So okay, again, as usual, we'll be going through the characters' talent at rank 6, followed by her exclusive skills 3C. Then towards the end of the video, you guys will be looking at the summarized version of all the tags that I've done for their skills and talent. So please do watch till the end and hope it helps. So okay, before you carry on, so have a great look and appreciate at the character's art. So this is Alicia. Well, I'm not sure what to say, but definitely I think I'll be thrilled to be a fan of the Silveria faction. So having that said, here we go. So apparently her talent and skills are more amazing and special compared to Silveria. Okay, looking at the talent. So at rank 6, false reconnaissance or for scouting. So okay, it has a couple of self-boosting effect. So she can increase attack by 20%. Then when moving, ignore enemy blockage and all possible terrain will be treated as flat land. Then when moving past unit or moving through one enemy unit, you'll be able to gain intelligence information about them, and also gain 3 squares or tiles movement removal. So if I'm not wrong, it means if, let's say, Ladin is in front of you blocking you, so you get to pass through Ladin, then you got to move an additional 2 more or 3 more steps. I presume it's going to be 3 because you pass through him as 1 and followed by another 2 more. So again, you gain extra mobility, kind of similar like how Helena is doing her movement when she has that terrain effect. And alright, you also gain information effect. This effect will trigger when you release skills or go into battle. The effect of information are as follow: increase damage by 8%, then damage reduction by 20%, means damage taken by your heroine is reduced, and this effect can be stacked up to 2 times, so lasts for a turn, cannot be dispelled, and has a CD period of 2. So meaning no matter how many how many enemies you pass through, well, the maximum is you gain is 2 stacks, so just passing through 2 enemy will be fine. Oh gosh. So alright, let us re-summarize again. So number 1, increase attack by 20%. Number 2, when moving, ignore enemy blockage and all possible terrain will be treated as flat land. Number 3, when moving past each enemy, you will gain 3 squares or tiles, movement reduction, immunity. That's what is written. Then number 4, on the turn for each information you pass through, you will gain information effect when you release skills or go into battle. The effect on information are as follow. Number 1, increase damage dealt by 8%. Number 2, damage taken are reduced by 20%. This effect can be stacked to 2 times, lasts for a turn, cannot be dispelled, and has a CD period of 2 turns. So the maximum you can increase your damage is by 16%, and damage reduction by 40%. I will say is pretty awesome. Then going to her class and path. So her default class or initial path is volunteer soldier. It's apparently archer. So so exclusive skills, so it's known as fire barrage. So it's something is pretty special or weird about Alicia herself. She has a couple of exclusive skills that is able to let you use up to 3 times, and after 3 times it will either change or the skills might not be usable anymore. So she definitely seems more towards as a PvP character compared to PvE. Well, this is just my thoughts. So right, fire barrage. Sorry, gunfire barrage, and yep. Number 1, attack and deal 1.4 times damage to enemies. So it's a single target skill. Number 2, increase crit rate by 20%. Number 3, these skills can be used for 3 times continuously, and after which it will become or change to the skills reload or bullet refilling. And the effect are, when it becomes reload, you recover your HP when you cast this skills reload, recover your HP by 50%, and refill gunfire barrage amount based on the number of times you've used up, and switch back to the skills afterwards. So it's a very weird description there. They say refill your gunfire barrage amount. So if I'm not wrong, so it's either you can just use it once, it will be filled to the max, or you might need to cast these skills 3 times before switching back to gunfire barrage again. So definitely got to try it out, or got to say I'm excited to try out during demo play. So right, let's re-summarize again. Number 1, attack and deal 1.4 times damage to enemy. Number 2, increase crit rate by 20%. Number 3, these skills can be used for 3 times consecutively, after which it will become the skills reload. The skills of reload are: number 1, recover HP by 50%. Number 2, refill gunfire barrage amount, and switch back to the skills afterwards. So it's switching on and off. It's quite similar to Ashram from Record of Lodoss War, his skills, so not too bad. And it has armor break. So okay, going to first class, first path, second and third class. So apparently it's a scout path. So hey, second path is just stealth, old skills. So we'll be going through new skills. All right, scout hunter. So third class, we have a second exclusive skills, is known as Grenade Impact. It's an AoE physical damage skills. So okay, this skills will deal 0.3 times AoE damage to enemies in range, and it will cause position shifting effect. So enemies 1 squares or tiles beside the target allies will be randomly pushed away from them 1 to 2 squares or tiles. And these skills have a max usage of 3 times. So after which I think these skills will become useless, as you will not be able to change like gunfire barrage. So alright, so what do they mean? So for example, these are AoE skills. You're targeting against enemy like Hilda. So there are 4 allies, 1 each beside her on her direction, 1 square or tiles beside her. So when you cast these AoE skills on Hilda at the end of, after the skill has been cast and damage the enemy at the end phase, allies beside Hilda will be pushed away 1 square or tiles away from her. It's definitely useful when the skill is in cooldown, or when the skill is there, because pushing 2 squares or tiles away from her, meaning the allies is out of her guard range, she'll not be able to guard. So that's pretty useful. However, do note that the push, the shifting range is random. It's not always 2 squares or tiles. It is between 1 square to 2 squares or tiles. So it's purely by luck and chances. So right, let's repeat again. Number 1, deal 0.3 times AoE damage to enemies in range. Number 2, it will cause position shifting effects. Enemies who are 1 square or tiles beside the target will be randomly pushed away 1 to 2 squares or tiles, and this skill has a max use of 3 times. So alright. Then we have the Assault Hunter path, which is the second path. Second class, all skills. Okay, third path. Okay, we have new exclusive skills. It's known as Onward Courage. It's type as a support skills. I'm gonna presume it's a one cost skills. So right, it's pretty awesome. When using these skills, you can dispel one debuff from yourself and you heal your units 50% HP. Number 3, able to move 2 squares or tiles and attack again. So it's AA skills. So when using this AA skill, all buff you bring will not be reduced and you'll be able to use it for 3 times. So they do not explain if after 3 times these skills will be useless, or is there a way to refill it? I'm gonna presume the skill will become useless because I'm not sure if there is a cooldown for this skill, or you can purely use it continuous 3 times act again. You can just keep moving to a max of 6 squares or tiles, but nonetheless there's only a max use of 3 times, so you might want to use it wisely. So alright, let's repeat again. Onward Courage. Number 1, when using the skills, dispel 1 debuff from yourself. Number 2, heal your units HP of 50%. Number 3, you will be able to move 2 squares or tiles and attack again. When using the act again skills from this skill, all buff you bring along will not be reduced and you'll be able to use the max of 3 times. So pretty awesome. And as long as it acts again skills, another of their skills cooldown will be reduced by 1. So okay, it's pretty cool having act again characters, definitely both PvP and PvE. However, there are some limitations that you can only use up to 3 times. Well, we definitely got to try out during the demo play to see how the things goes. Well, I got to say, the vibe this character gives me is towards a range Mario during there's a banner that came out with the Loli Jazz. She has act again and self-heal technique. So currently, so far we have based on the exclusive skills alone, she has 2 skills that has self-healing ability, and both allows her to heal at least 50%, and that is crazy, lots of amount. Then alright, going through her 3C. Okay, this skill is known as it's either known as Taunts of Blaze Blue or Spike of Blaze Blue. And sorry, I'm using Blaze Blue because I've been a fan of the game Blaze Blue, and I'm doing a translation from what they name in English and from the Japanese word Blaze Blue. Yep. Known as Soen Changyan. Yep, it can roughly translate as pale blue or blaze blue. Or you're gonna call it blazing fire. Well, the name's not important. Most important is the skills and its effect. So alright, here we go. So attack and deal 1.6 times damage to an enemy in a straight line. Okay, it's an AoE. Immune close combat penalty. Then you heal back 100% of a HP before battle and dispel 5 buff from enemy before battle and reduce their defense by 20%. The effect above lasts for 2 turns and cannot be dispelled. And after battle, do an additional 0.25 times AoE damage to 4 squares or tiles straight line direction to the target enemy. Oh, okay. So this is the first skill. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is the first skill that is a combination of both a single target and follow up with an AoE. So it's pretty cool, awesome. And there's no limitation of using up to 3 times. So okay, let's go and re-summarize again. So number 1, attack and deal 1.6 times damage to an enemy in a straight line. So you get to choose. Number 2, this skill is immune to close combat penalty. And number 3, heal back your HP of 100% before battle. Number 4, dispel 5 buff from enemy before battle and reduce their defense by 20%. So from point 1 to point 4, the whole effect will last for 2 turns and cannot be dispelled. So pretty cool. And number 5, after battle, deal an additional 0.25 times AoE damage to 4 squares or tiles, straight line directions of the target enemy. So correct me if I'm wrong. So if let's say at point 1 stands Hilda and behind Hilda is Florentia and other allies, so you attack, you use the 3C skills to attack Hilda as your main target, and after attacking Hilda, and if your character still survive, you do an additional follow-up on a straight line direction from Hilda to behind 4 squares or tiles, doing 0.25 times AoE damage. So it's pretty cool. It is just like a grenade launcher that when you just some customized grenade launcher, so you're gonna blast the bullet into the enemy. Yeah, it's just reminding you something like the idea is from Terminator 2. So when T-100 used that grenade shotgun or grenade launcher against T-1000, you shoot the bullet into the enemy, then the enemy will take a bit of damage, then it explode, and it's definitely going to do some additional follow-up. It just gives me the idea about it. So pretty cool, and hopefully she'll be much useful in coming events. So yep, that's it. We've come to the end. I hope the videos help. Remember to like and subscribe, and see you guys on the next Langrisser video featuring the SR characters, and then followed by SP Grineer, the characters not everyone has been waiting for. Sorry, this is Kami. We'll see you guys on the next Langrisser video. Goodbye.